So many of you guys wanted a story time, so I'm gonna do a story time. Hopefully there's minimal parts. I think there's gonna probably be about 2, depending on how long I really wanna do the story. So my mom and I are in Ulta, and the line's pretty long. We haven't seen the woman yet. The woman is named, we're gonna name her Martha, okay? We haven't seen Martha yet. And we're waiting in line. My mom's just scrolling on her phone. I go get a few things in the drugstore area because it's right next to the register. And then I come, we got it to the front. Okay, the line went pretty quick. So then we get up to the front and Martha looks back at my mom and I from our toes all the way up to the hairs that are standing up at the top of our head. And my mom and I look at each other and we're like, did you see her? Voice did, she didn't hear it. And we just let it go. We didn't say anything because, I mean, what are you gonna do? They looked at you. Freedom of action, I guess. You could do that. Not freedom of action, you know what I mean? And so she turns her body a little bit more towards us and was like, you effing idiots. This is ridiculous. So we're like, we really look at each other like, she talked to us? Like, still she didn't hear us. And every time she looked back, we would be like, and then she turns her whole body around and now her back is up against the counter. And now her back, my sister, and now her back is up against the counter. And so she's now like looking right at us and was like, you effing idiots, psychopaths. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. And my mom and I really look back, we're like, is she talking to us? Because what happened? And let me side note, it wasn't like we cut her. She wasn't even in line, okay? She was waiting for an order. I guess something went wrong with the online order or something with NARS concealer, okay? That's what she wanted. And she was talking to the manager, and the manager was out doing something else, okay? The manager wasn't around there. And so it wasn't like we cut her or anything, and actually she was in front of us. And this was the first time I was seeing her in Ulta, so we were just kind of confused. And so something told me to take out my phone and start recording.
Now, Martha's real name is actually Wendy Gregerson of Winder, Georgia. Winder, Georgia is a city in Barrow County. This incident happened at an Ulta Beauty in Bethlehem, Georgia, which is also in that same county. Now, the story is being told by a woman named Jacqueline Switzer. And before I get too deep into this video, I do want to say that all of these TikTok videos belong to Jacqueline. So if you like this video and you like our channel, please go over to her TikTok page. The link will be in the description, and give her a follow. So now Jacqueline and her mom are shopping at Ulta, and they're at the checkout counter, and they're talking to the associate, just, having a casual conversation. And I guess Wendy was paranoid and thought that they were talking to the associate about Wendy. So Wendy started saying things to Jacqueline and her mom, and that's when the recording starts. Let's take a look.
I'm sorry, what was your name? What was your name?
My name is Jacob.
Okay, somebody's looking for Wendy Gregerson, so I have no idea what that is.
For what?
Are you talking to me? No? Okay.
Obviously having a bad day. We haven't done anything, and we don't work here either.
I'm sorry. A bad day? I don't work here either, but I heard what you were talking to an Ulta associate about. Were you walking in Home Goods? Because if that's something I need to go ahead and call Barrow, I'll go ahead and let them know concerning your relationship here over as a customer. Anything else you have?
What are you talking about, lady?
I have no idea. You're talking, you know my name?
We don't know what you're doing.
I have never met you before.
Barrow. We don't know who this is, and she's just talking to us like we're crazy. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Really? I'm sorry. You were hearing your own voices. I'm sorry. Did you see anything? Okay, I'll make sure to call.
You were talking to us while we were over there.
I wasn't talking to anybody.
She's got issues.
Wow. I have issues?
You do.
You're tagged, honey.
Why is this happening?
Yeah.
These are going on there.
Yes, this is ridiculous.
But she's also from a customer.
Okay, now notice this customer that gets in the middle of Jacqueline and her mom and Wendy. Wendy is still trying to yell over at Jacqueline, and I guess the customer in the middle, it's blurred out because she has her child with her, so you can't really see her facial expressions, but she's probably like, you know, are you yelling at me? And then Wendy starts going off on that lady. It's funny. Here, just watch.
Service right now, trying to get her order switched.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Sorry that you're sick. I didn't know you were selling people over here at Ulta.
And so that is 43.65.
No, actually, I'm not.
And the coupon.
Are you in the way? Are you in there?
You see what I'm saying? That's just ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Hey,
The Rolling Stones.
so there's a child next to you. I would like for you to back up, please. Thank you.
If not, we're calling Barrow.
Excuse me, let me go ahead and
And
call
that got the coupon
Walgreens.
for you.
I don't think I have one.
Let's go ahead and
And
let's
that's
get
like
another
your
cell phone.
new total
Let's
is
go ahead and see where you're going.
You're getting recorded. Just want to let you know. So
Absolutely.
please, so
So is your black friend.
And that's when things start going downhill. You know, at first it was kind of just a, you know, let's all laugh at the Karen. And then Wendy had to just take it to a whole different level. Let's hear that again.
you're getting recorded. Just want to let you know. So please, so
So is your black friend.
So Jacqueline tells her, you know, you're being recorded. And her response was, so is your black friend. Which, first of all, doesn't make any sense. Second of all, it's not her friend, it's her mom, but I would take that as a compliment if I was her mom. But that just sends things to a whole different level that it never really had to go, honestly.
okay, it's fine. No, it's okay. She's going on Twitter and Facebook right now.
How do you describe her?
Oh my god. And this is my mother, so please watch with your mouth.
She's black.
And you are very racist, so please stop. Please stop.
Racist.
Please stop.
How do you describe the physical description? Shall I go ahead and call Barrow County Sheriff?
Okay,
Absolutely.
you have some problems. You need to stop.
Okay, go back to Home Goods in the parking lot.
Please step away from me. Please.
I'm waiting on the manager.
Okay, well, you can wait on the manager over there.
No, actually, I can't. You're recording me. And you
Yes,
clearly
and I
said
need
that.
you to step away from me.
I'm a paying customer. I'm sorry, you're not. I have no idea what hoe means or whore means.
What?
Don't talk to me.
Leave her alone. Obviously, she's got some mental issues. Leave her
Oh,
alone.
it must be. Leave her alone. That's okay. You're already on the phone with law enforcement. The manager of Ulta is calling law enforcement over here concerning the two of you, and you will not be leaving this store until they get here.
Oh my god.
I understand what you're doing. Thank you for doing that concerning these two customers that are basically psycho stalking my neighborhood.
What?
She obviously has
Yeah.
And you change it to
You obviously
6877.
want to go with hate crime, and you called me racist, didn't you?
Well, you wanted to refer my mom as
You're
a
not.
black
You're not
woman.
going to be
so-
leaving here. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All right. This is stuff we see on Twitter.
No, she's telling
This
me
is
that
really
we're not
happening.
leaving here.
She just clearly stated that you're going to be putting that on social media.
I'm not putting it on social media. I'm just doing it for my protection.
Right. This is for my protection, not yours, honey.
Move away from her, Jackie. She's psychotic. Leave her alone. She's crazy.
I don't know what racism is to you.
Look it up.
Let's go. So now she's, her daughter moves and then she moves into her. This is what we're doing. Psychotic. This is ridiculous. Are you good? I want her now.
Now you can see Wendy just standing there, and at first you're not really sure what she's doing until Jacqueline and her mom start to leave the store, and then watch what she does.
So now you're are you kidding me right now? This isn't happening. This isn't happening. Can we stop? Can you like just stop? I don't know what's going on. Can you please stop? This
I am.
I know. And
this has been going for 9 minutes. Are you
You are
done?
psycho.
Are you done? Please stop.
No, I wasn't talking to
What's
you.
happening?
You're talking to me.
What is happening?
What's happening?
Do not come to me. Please step away from me. Please step away from me.
That's okay.
Please step away from me.
I'm going to see what she goes to you. I'm minding my own.
I need you to back up. Because if you
Back up where?
get
What
anywhere
is
near
your
her,
problem?
I'm
You're
gonna need you to
psycho
back-
stalking me?
No one is stalking you, ma'am. No one is stalking you.
Dial 911 and remove her. Because we went to
Oh,
go out and
absolutely
everything,
not.
everything.
I'm waiting for law enforcement to get here because of the both of you. Let's go ahead and see what you got concerning your own situation of community, concerning stalking civilians that come in here to do what? Both of you are fucking crazy. So don't sit there and call me racist or whatever that you think that you're going on with your little cell phone. I don't want to hear shit. You're talking about the tag off my car and you're calling somebody else psycho?
Nobody
Wow.
has talked about your tag. Lady, I don't even know where
I
your
don't
car.
have no idea what you're talking
I
about.
don't.
Do you need to talk to somebody on the phone about it?
Okay.
Let's go ahead and go
This is-
social
this is
media.
getting
You
ridiculous
clearly
as
said
we
that you're
came
putting
here.
that on social media. You need to call
I
the
need
police
your general
right
manager.
now.
I'm not. We just can't move.
You're pushing and provoking people? Let's go ahead and see where my address is again. I'm the one that requested a manager.
Yeah, this is happening.
Yeah, it must be Wendy Gregerson. Let's go ahead and see.
I want my general manager.
Let's go ahead and see how well that you handle things. I'm following you. I'm going out the door and you're still talking.
Ma'am, no one's just going to
Leave her alone. Don't say anything. The process
Yeah,
are not
please,
saying
let's go
anything
ahead
to
and
her.
see what happens.
At this point, it's pretty clear that they're not going to be able to leave without Wendy following them. Now, if this were me, I probably would have already been in handcuffs by now. But this is when they decide to call 911. Let's listen to some parts of that call.
Call them, sweetie.
Barrow County
Go.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hey, I'm at Ulta, and this woman is being harassing me. My color and everything, called me black in the store. She's being ridiculous right now, and I feel threatened.
Ulta Beauty?
Yes, and I feel threatened.
Is she a customer or is she an employee?
No, a customer.
Okay, are you a customer as well?
Yes. Calling people black and everything. Yes, I'm black and everything, and we don't even work anything.
I'm just getting everything in the computer. What is your name, ma'am?
My name is
I'm sorry, what?
the manager's here,
Okay, what is your name?
and I have her here. So. You can hear whatever, lady. I don't have no idea who this lady is or anything. But you're acting ridiculous. We can. This is our thing.
Ma'am?
What are you? We're not saying anything to you, lady. We don't work here. Call up. I'm on the phone. This is what's going on at this.
Okay, and where are you inside the store?
Who am I selling any personal information? What is he talking about? What did you need, sweetie?
Where in the store are you? Where do you want the officers? Where do they
right
need to come to?
at the front.
On the phone with Barrow County Sheriff's Department. We can call them right now. Okay, well, I'm going to wait for your call that they get your and I need to know my purchase of it.
And the other lady, is she there still?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
All right, so the call goes on for quite a while, and I will link the entire call in the description below for whoever wants to hear it. But the police show up, and they're trying to get Jacqueline and her mother's side of the story, and Wendy keeps yelling at the officer to come over and talk to her, so the officer says, okay, can you please just hang on a second? Let me go talk to the nutcase. So he goes into Ulta Beauty and starts to talk to Wendy, and the deputy ends up having to leave because he can't handle the way that Wendy is talking to him. So he leaves and tells the other deputy, hey, maybe you can go in there and try and talk to her because I don't have anything to say to her. So the other deputy goes in, And the first thing he asks Wendy is, okay, give me your side of the story. And she responds with, I don't have one. And can't you just totally see Wendy saying that? You know, okay, ma'am, can you give me your side of the story, please? I don't have one. Okay. So he's trying to talk to her, and she's telling him that he doesn't know how to do his job, and she wants to talk to somebody else. And finally, he has enough of her, and he puts her in handcuffs, and they actually charge her with misdemeanor obstruction. All right, so then Wendy gets hauled off to jail. She gets charged with misdemeanor obstruction. Jacqueline and her mom leave. Maybe they went out to dinner. Maybe they had Wendy's. And all is right in the world. And you think that's where the story ends. But it's not. So fast forward to the next morning, and Wendy stayed the night in jail. She's walking home, which is 7 miles from the jail, and Barrow County 911 gets a phone call that there's a lady on Patrick Mill Road throwing herself into oncoming traffic. And I bet you'll never guess who it was.
Barrow County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm on Patrick Mill Road. I'm at a gas station. I don't know the exact address, and I'm not sure if this would be an emergency yet, but some lady is like trying to throw herself out in front of cars, and she's on Patrick Mill walking. I just had to swerve out of traffic and into traffic because she was literally walking towards my car, and I saw her do it to one before that. So I don't know if she's on drugs or what the case is, but someone can get really badly hurt with how she...
Are you at the Exxon right now?
Yes, I am.
Was you traveling towards 316?
If you guessed Wendy Gregerson, you'd be correct. So dispatch sends deputies out again to a call of a lady throwing herself into oncoming traffic while walking down Patrick Mill Road. A deputy arrives, and he sees her throwing herself in front of a car and almost getting hit. The deputy approaches Wendy, and she looks at him and says, "You're dead." Another deputy arrives. She looked at both the deputies and said, "You're both dead." While the deputies are talking to Wendy, she keeps repeatedly calling 911. Here's her first call.
I just got harassed by you guys, okay?
Barrow County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm going home.
Hello?
What's that?
Hello?
I was just harassed by Barrow County Sheriff's Office. They just drove into my neighborhood because I had to walk home. It's Goldberg, and over there, Sheriff over at Fulton County, it's the Gregersons. It's not Marty, it's Wendy Gregerson, where I just left there, and you're harassing me.
Okay, they're harassing you? Okay. What are they saying? Are they on the scene with you now? Ma'am? Ma'am? Hello?
So Wendy hangs up on the 911 dispatcher, but then she keeps calling back over and over again, so many times that dispatch has to call the deputies just to make sure that all of the calls are coming from this one person.
Dispatch 183.
Go ahead.
10-4, are you out with the female, and is she calling 911?
10-4, she's calling while we're talking to her.
10-4.
Wendy calls 911 so many times, one time she actually got their answering machine.
We're on phone.
Are you Joe's boyfriend? Right, yeah. I'm not working for you, honey. You're over here at Roxy Maxey Lane.
You have reached Barrow County 911. If this is an emergency, please do not hang up. We are experiencing a high call volume. Your call...
Then she tries again and gets through. And notice this time she references the two quote-unquote whores from Ulta Beauty. She's still, the next morning, going off about the incident at Ulta Beauty.
going on while you're walking in front of traffic?
I'm not. I have 2 officers here that I just left Barrow County Sheriff's Department. I'm in the neighborhood about to get home, and he's not letting me have my ID. They're not going to be detaining me again, and they're being really, truly aggravating.
Where are you at?
What do you think?
Ma'am, I'm not able to tell. I'm sorry, I'm not there.
I know, because you're the one that didn't want to do your job while you were there.
Ma'am, I'm not an officer.
Let me go ahead and see where Ulta is concerning your 2 whores. Okay.
So Wendy got arrested again and got taken back to the Barrow County Jail again. This time she was actually charged with a felony for terroristic threats and acts for telling the deputies that they were dead. She got charged with unlawful use of 911 for saying whores and for repeatedly calling them when there wasn't an emergency, and also for pedestrian on a roadway for throwing herself in front of traffic. Now, just because she was charged with a felony doesn't mean she's going to be a felon. You know, in Georgia especially, she's going to get first offender probation and she's not going to be a felon, assuming she isn't one already, and this is her first brush up with the law. But I really do sincerely hope that Wendy gets the help she needs, because she clearly needs it.